Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to review for you something that is pretty small. And no, I'm not talking about the actual note. I'm sure you guys figured it out from the description of the video. I'm reviewing the little button that I added to my device. Let's check it out. So our main review unit essentially is this. Yes, you might be thinking, why are we reviewing something so small? Well, the reality of the matter is this little, well, it looks like a headphone jack. Whatever bottom part of a headphone jack is really the actual power button that you actually end up adding to your device. And the beauty of this is that this will give you more functionality out of your device that you normally would have thought out of just something that you plug into your headphone jack. Once we interface this into our device, we plug it in. The main software interfaces ask us basically, are you basically using headphones and you want to use pressy at the same time, meaning you can use the actual buttons on your headphones, or are you just putting in the pressy itself, which is what the unit is called, or headphones? I'm just going to say pressy. If you by any chance select the headphones option, you just might have just messed up your notification, well, as far as sound is concerned, your notifications. Because what happens is the application that comes with this device, the main UI as far as the application itself will reroute audio as if you have headphone jacks built in. So the right profile for what you need is what you need to select. The interface itself is pretty simple. You can actually set up different interfaces. You can add, and then it'll give you the options of what are the other things that you can do. The beauty of it, of course, it goes through the entire system UI. You can set it up based on pattern. You can set it up based on intensity, meaning either long presses or short presses with different intervals. And you can select what you'd like. The other thing you want to keep in mind here is under settings, you can go in and then you can change the trigger. You can set it. You can save it, obviously. I've gone in and I've set up 3 different options. Obviously, flashlight is one of the main things I like to use. Yes, we do have some exposed modules that give us the ability to actually trigger it from here, but the ability to have it function off of a main button, I think, is priceless. Double pressing the button will give me a camera interface. Triple pressing it toggles on and off for the Wi-Fi, which is a function for me that I like to do sometimes. Now, the other thing you want to keep in mind, it does integrate with Tasker. So if you use Tasker, this is a great functionality to initiate certain scripts or tasks using that interface. The one thing that I'm having a little bit of a hard time with it is, now this is a TouchWiz based device. This is the Note 3. Obviously, not everybody's going to be running a Note 3 or a TouchWiz device. The fact of the matter is Samsung is out there and they are one of the main manufacturers of Android devices. So TouchWiz is going to be something that you need to work with. So when you go under the settings tabs here, there's actually just a settings. You go through and it gives you the options explained. You need to be able to turn on notifications. So, on-handed pattern messages, vibration feedback if you want. By default, this is on to tell you that the actual profile is running. Enable long press, and this ability will give you a long press option to be able to turn it on. So you want to check this option. The problem is when you turn it on, it tells you that it's interfering with 2 other options on your device. One of them is Google Now. So it's saying basically that you need to disable the functionality from being a default on your system. To do so kind of circumvents what it's intending to do. Now, it's not interacting or interfering too much with me, so I disabled this option because I'm using the other ones. But again, for you, it depends on what you need. The other option, of course, is the response time, slow, normal, or fast. I chose normal. It works pretty well for me. We'll go back. As far as what else you have here is get more presses if you want to get more for your other devices, recommended, media browser, of course. This is just advertising it and a little bit more some feedback in here. I purchased the pressy straight off their website. The main benefit of here, obviously, is you can see it's sitting on top. It works and it does exactly what I needed. So if I double press it, it's going to launch my camera interface. It tells me what it is and it goes in directly. Now, if the screen is off, it doesn't necessarily have any problems with that. So it won't turn on the screen to give you that notification. And I'll switch over. So this is my device, obviously upside down. And if I just press it once, it's going to turn on my flashlight. Press it again, and it'll turn it off for me. So it works pretty well, and the entire process does not trigger my screen. So that's the beauty of it. I can initiate and turn off my Wi-Fi without having to worry about it. I can double press this button when the screen is off, and now I magically have a camera button on my device. Without having to install any root applications or anything like that, right out of the box, this little button just gave my phone Xperia Z type of functionality, or Xperia Z2 functionality. Very nice. I like the interface. Price point is not that bad, and once you get in the habit of using it on a daily basis, you realize the main benefits of it. So just keep in mind, once you do actually receive your device, it comes in a little box, little package similar to this. And from what you guys could see on the hands-on, it's actually very nice functionality to have on your device. I mean, I've had many areas where people have just used to set up different options as far as either framework options in the exposed framework to customize the volume keys, to turn 2 different things. But the reality of the matter is, one button, the screen is off. I can actually initiate things that I'd like to do. Again, turning on Wi-Fi, turning on my camera, turning on the flashlight are some of the basic things, but you can go to the next level, integrate it with Tasker. You can set up different options as far as tasks and just do different patterns. If you want to do maybe a data sync option where you're able to turn on data sync and turn it off to save battery, again, works very nice. As far as the price and the aesthetics, maybe just a little bit overpriced for me as far as hardware, but I do understand that there's a lot of R&D and a lot of charging from what it does go in, you know, providing it. It took a long time for me to get it. I wasn't part of the Kickstarter. I got it later. So anyways, overall, that's just, you know, beside the point. From a review standpoint, very, very nice. Definitely recommend it. And it works pretty well on my Note 3, which is my main daily driver. Other than that, hope you guys let me know what you guys think of this. If you haven't used it or if you've used something else. As a side note, if you do plug in your headphones in here and you do have buttons on your headphones as far as volume and be able to initiate options, the Pressy application will work with that as a replacement for the Pressy option. And the other thing, they also include a little carrier that you can hook up to your headphone jack in case you want to listen to music. You can just house the Pressy inside and then you'll be able to use it. Very simple. I like it. Check it out if you'd like. As usual, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys soon.